Yeah.
So Lulu, yes, your question.
I have a question because I want to know, like, what do you guys say to your girl when you headed to the strip club with your boys?
What I say, number one, I don't go to strip clubs. So
Okay, but when you
like
do,
the time that I do,
I don't go, but
I don't. I mean, but if I had to go,
there we go.
right, Jack.
I got you, my boy.
All right, cool, brother. If I had to go to a strip club, the way that I would put it is that I'm going to chill out with the homies.
you're going out.
If I happen to go to a strip club after chilling with the homies, when I come back, I'm like, hey, babe, you wouldn't believe what happened.
We
Hey,
ended up at the strip
we
club.
were chilling and we ended up going to a strip club. Are you serious? Like, yeah, baby, dancing and stuff. It smelled like ass. I really didn't like it.
Okay, all right, that's
You
you.
said it smelled like ass.
It smelled like ass.
Because
The
she's
strip
dancing
club
here
smelled
with the
like
ass. I get her ass is here dancing in your face.
What does ass smell like?
Ass.
She's shaking.
That's what thing it smells like.
Shaking.
It smells like when
She's
you're hitting it
shaking.
from the back and she didn't wipe properly.
Wow.
Girl.
That's extreme. Moving on.
Nah, he doesn't deserve
Nah,
that one.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
this
deserve
guy
that
always
one.
giving himself cues.
Moving on.
I feel like getting siren.
No, Sue, honestly, can I get a proper answer here? Because I feel like I'm getting something here for
Mine
a
is
six.
okay. So mine is
feel like the
twofold.
ass guy
Funny
was
enough, I
gonna
did
put
have I dated one girl that I could be honest with about strip clubs
Okay.
because she loves strip clubs as well and she loves strippers. So we went to the strip club together.
And
Were you
how
guys
did that work for
dating
you?
or like
Yeah,
y'all-
we were
or
dating.
y'all
And how
just
did that work
like
for you? Like,
was it just
Fucking
like
great, bro.
Was awesome.
It was amazing.
Was she like
She
strip
brought
clubs?
me lap dances. We had the lap dance together, and then we went home and we tore that shit.
okay, so there's that side of it.
Yes,
but now
right.
the side where you,
Straight
okay,
up lie.
you lie.
Straight. Now when I'm going out with the homies.
Okay,
I
now
don't come
here's
back and
my
I tell them.
question. When she finds out that actually y'all hit the strip club, what is that conversation?
that's why you tell her when you come back
I
from
wasn't
the
there.
strip club.
So you would always make sure you tell her, hey,
Afterwards.
baby, by chance, you.
Hey,
Okay.
it's like, so how was your night? Ah, it was nice. We're chilling, and then babe, Sully is the crazy one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you in-
Sully's like, guys, let's go to the strip club. Next thing, all the guys are like, yeah, let's
Okay.
go. Now I can't be the one who says no, I don't want to go. Now I must leave and go home. So we ended up going to the strip club. Baby, it wasn't really that nice. Like when you realize when you've been to a strip club, it's like, it's not
You end up talking too much. You end up
So
talking.
you end up
and all
talking
she's-
yourself into
all
a
she-
hole,
All
'cause
she's doing is that. She's just doing that.
I just wanted to break a myth for you because in her head she's going, you are lying to me.
fine, you believe it. It's fine. You are believing it anyway.
No, you are
It's-
not, though.
It's just like when your parents
No, you are
know
not.
you drink and
Can-
smoke,
I
but
just
they don't
wanna
say
give you a
anything
hint.
until they catch you.
I just want to give you a hint. Can I
Got
give you a
to.
hint? The reality is right there, you're actually building up that belief in her head that you go to the strip club to do fucked up shit.
No, but we don't. What other things do you do at the strip club except for watching these girls dance?
But women believe that more happens. No, women believe that men go to the strip club
man.
to get head, to go get crazy sex, things that they can't get at home.
Okay, guys,
I'm saying
I'm
what
just
women
gonna
really
put this out
believe
there
here.
for-
when you
Extra
go to the
400?
when you go to the strip club, ma'am.
I'm telling you what women believe.
You don't go to the strip club to do those kind of things. If it's a respectable strip club. If it's a respectable
I know-
gentleman's bar, I mean, you don't go there to get head or whatnot. You just go there to see people dance, and if there's a buffet there,
like watching a show.
you have
Catch
a
a child.
buffet,
Let's have dinner.
Right.
and
Dinner with the homies.
and it's the only place to still
Shout out to
drink
the
Right.
after 4:00 in the morning.
Right. No, and I can back you up on
Besides
that.
tequila
I can back you up on that. I've always been the girl that's had too many guy friends or hang out with my brothers. So I've always ended up in situations where 21st was at a strip club. So am I not going to my homie's 21st because it's at a strip club? No, I'm gonna go.
But you enjoy yourself though.
I actually had a good time because for me it's not about the strippers. I don't make it about the
Can I
strippers.
tell you
about
a
the
crazy
music, right?
story?
Yeah, dude, and they
went-
play banging music
to-
in strip clubs.
I went to a strip club once.
Like,
I went to a strip club
I've had
once
some of the
with one
best
my
nights
best friends.
dancing in a strip club, like literally track after
See,
track.
you were dancing.
Me. But that's the reality. I know what I was there for, though. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm there for my homie
but the
to have
difference-
fun with my friends. So I'm buying him a lap dance. You know, as friends, we're buying him a lap dance. Let him have his fun. You part of the fun. I was always part of the boys, so to me it was natural.
But then the
it wasn't
question,
like creepy.
but then the counter question that I would ask then is that, as a woman,
Right.
wouldn't you get to a point where you would ask first before assuming that I'm going there to do something crazy.
The
If you ever
fact
ask me,
is-
so what do you do at
From
the
a
strip
woman
club?
like me, you'd never even get the question.
come.
And that was my point.
No,
What
but
I'm
I'm just
saying
saying
is,
women in general.
what
just
I'm
in
going to
general.
say is this.
I would love for
could
you to
back you
generalize.
up. I could back you up in what you are saying. Now, I'm going to give you what the general belief is. The general belief is that strip clubs are really dirty. And I mean, they don't actually know the hygiene process of what goes on in a strip club. If they had to see that operation, they'd be like, oh, this is actually not that sexy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because when you actually focus on that, you see the workings of it.
Okay.
Most women have never even stepped into that environment in real life. They get an image of it, of what they see on TV, of
Exactly.
what they've heard in the movies, of what they hear in the music.
Exactly.
Right? Because in the music you hear, oh yeah, going to the strippers, dropping the ones and they're popping on you, and because that's what they believe. They believe just an entourage of women come and face you as soon as you walk through the door. That's not how a strip club works.
Oh, side note though, gents, when you get to a strip club, it's not like it is in the music videos.
No, it's not behaved.
Just side note to those
Just
who have
side note.
not been there.
I'm sure that if you're 50 Cent though,
Yeah,
would
No.
if you drop it,
if you got
All
the
right, let me say
numbers.
this: strip clubs in South Africa
right.
Yeah, maybe
are
some.
not,
Yeah,
are not like
Like,
not-
I've never,
way
guys,
that
I've
the
never
Americans
been to the
tell
Grand.
us.
You guys have been.
Yeah, the
You
Grand
know?
is the Grand's got great
but that's
food.
our best. So
Great food.
Yeah,
how's
look,
that?
the grand is
Great food.
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
If I'm, if I'm
That buffet is a hookup.
yeah, I'm always. That's always the narrative that I painted about the grand. Was man, the food there.
No, but it is epic.
No, that's also what that's.
And
But the food is really
it's,
good.
It's easier to do that than to be like, yo, them girls are fire. Because the grand, the
Ladies,
Russian
I'm just
girls,
gonna
like,
tell you,
yo,
the Grand, that
the Russian
sushi
girls
bar,
and the black woman at the grand.
that sushi
Oh
bar,
my
that stir
God.
fry.
Yeah.
Girl, go have some dinner. Let your man go have some fun. You and your girls can chill, get a good
man go
meal
grab
in,
some titties.
get some
A
drinks.
baby shower at the strip club.
Oh
So
wow!
That's now fucked up.
No,
no,
no.
and I agree. No.
no. I think we should.
Somebody's gonna
I
marry
think we
these
should wrap
people.
up this
Yeah,
trash ass
we
fucking
wrapped it.
conversation
We
that we
wrapped
had
it.
for an hour.
But no.
Oh,
But this
this is like the first hour has been trash. It was Mythbusters
It's
and then
myths.
trash.
It's myths.
That's just all we've been doing.
It's
like,
Why is it when I speak that I get trashed on?
because you said some trashy ass shit.
That was some trash
That was
shit.
trashy. That
Who's
was
gonna turn
trashy.
around?
You have a fucking baby shower.
He's gonna be like,
Wow.
let's have it at the Grand. Like that's what you're gonna
And
do.
probably like your wife will be,
And
because
there
you'll
must
be
be a
like, baby,
discount.
I want to be part of the
let's
part of
have
the
it
baby
there.
shower.
100%.
And then all of a sudden it's at the strip club. Nah,
that's good.
taking your mother-in-law to the strip club.
Yeah, you didn't think that one
You
through.
know what? That's why.
You didn't think that one
Because
through.
I
Nah,
went
he
to the
didn't.
strip club with one of my mom's friends. right?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that she was gonna be there, so I went with my stepdad. I didn't know that the lady was gonna be there. You know, and somebody's watching you.
Watching you do what? Get a boner.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
No.
She's
I
like,
don't
dog,
know.
looking like
Like
this.
Yeah, I'd get it with pride, eh?
Dog, no, I had to. What else was I supposed to do? This girl's out here panging, pat,
Supposed to
pat,
sit
pat.
like
No, but like, let's
so I
paint
took
the
it- I took
narrative
it like a
correctly.
G, bro.
Apparently, she's into like it turns her on watching men get
Oh.
turned on by other women. So the reality is,
What's the number?
bring. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Ah, I didn't know about
Myth
them.
busted.
They're those type of
don't.
humans.
Okay, but no, that's the reality, and so. But I can imagine it must have been awkward because it's like a mom's friend. That's a mom to you. That's not like, you
if
know.
you as a mom and you're out here in the strip clubs, firstly, why are you in the strip club? That was my
Because
first
she's
question.
she's a woman
Mothers like
just.
You know,
Strippers as
I
well.
remember.
Mothers like
I'll tell you about.
strippers as
I'll tell you about this.
What
one.
kind of mother likes
when I saw,
strip club?
like, there's this other place in the Vault.
sakes, wild shit.
Look, you know what?
Oh, strip clubs in the vault.
No, it's strip club.
Okay.
But like, it's an unsavory place,
Oh.
like for deviant behavior.
Okay.
And
And it's
they-
like one spot.
So it's a brothel.
but they sell booze there late at night, and
Okay.
there's nowhere else to buy booze. So
you
I
go
walk
there.
in there to go and buy booze
Of course.
and be out
That's
because
it. Naturally.
we're partying somewhere else and we needed more booze.
Of course you
Right.
are.
So we went there
By yourself?
As I'm no. The homies are sitting in the car,
But you
and I'm
go
like,
in.
okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna come out.
Okay.
So I go in, as I'm buying, as I look to my left, a homie of mine's dad is walking this way with two ladies of the night on each arm.
Two ladies of the night.
And
That was good.
Imagine
and
that
it was
image.
it was awkward, and it was awkward because he sees me, I see him, I look away, he looks away, and that was the last time we had that like ever.
Did you guys ever speak about it?
No, because I never visited my homie again.
Oh, that was
You
it.
guys stop
shit.
being friends.
No, I stopped visiting him at home.
No, because like you don't want to have that conversation.
Exactly,
with
I
him.
just never want to
Yeah.
because it's just gonna be awkward now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At
Because
least give the man a head nod. Like,
now here's my question.
No,
though.
and you know what
should
makes
I
it
tell my
worse?
homie about this? That yo man, I saw your dad at
Is he your homie
the
like
problem-
that?
he's a homie.
Then
He's
you
a
now,
homie.
now
homie.
it's
Like,
all over the internet.
Then you
so-
should.
the fact is that he's a homie. No, nobody knows which homie it is.
Now,
the fact
like
is,
sitting now thinking,
hey man, hey
my
gents,
dad.
gents,
And you know if
you know your
you've got
father's
your
a
dad
delinquent,
there,
if you know your dad's a delinquent, that's your shit. Like I'm
guys. But isn't it awkward moments when, like, for example, like literally when you walk in a situation and literally either you catch like a cousin or a father figure or
Look,
like cheating. Or like, you know, chilling with a chick. It is awkward. It's
Yeah,
happened
it is
to me
awkward.
so many
It is
times.
awkward.
But then I use that like for emotional blackmail and shit. Like
Nah,
the next,
you see
the next
now.
time I see
You
them,
see now.
oh hey brah,
Come up there, man.
you seem to like the night.
you good?
Are you good?
Yeah, how you
How's
are you
things-
doing?
How's things in your life?
No, but really,
Somebody
think
spent
about it
an
like
hour
with
talking
like the way
nonsense.
you've gained respect for women these days.
No, but
I'm saying with today's mind, how would you deal with it? Not because I mean, obviously, your past mind was never focused on the things you're focused on.
World Star.
Wow, this guy said world star.
Well done. You.
But I think that's what we do. But anyway, I
don't
think
believe you.
I think that's enough of shit talk and intros and stuff. I think you know the next conversation we need to really tap into.
Yeah, can I bring up a conversation?
Of course.
So, guys, what exactly is woke?
So
Is what?
So
Woke?
we were talking about this about this.
No,
this whole
please
thing.
explain
Yeah?
this to me too, because
Okay, so
I
what-
thought I knew what woke was.
No, I think
and then yeah.
Okay.
Let's
What is being
definition.
woke? I think the biggest thing. Okay, are you gonna look for the definition?
Yeah, you can give. No, you give your version.
Okay,
of it
but
and then I'll
what
get
being woke
actual-
is basically denouncing, you know, what you've been taught all along, from a colonial perspective.
Okay.
Also, I think it also means being overly liberal.
All right, so I'm gonna give you the definition.
Overly
of
liberal.
woke is a political term of African American origin that refers to a perceived awareness of issues concerning social and racial justice. It is derived from the American vernacular English expression "stay woke," whose grammatical aspect refers to a continuing awareness of these issues.
Okay, I just
So
didn't know
basically
it
what I
was, it was about politics and race.
No, but it
Yeah.
goes with everything you've been taught, everything, you know. And I think the biggest thing is that you know
We gotta stay
there's,
woke.
There's a lot of us now who are being woke, and some others, especially from a South African perspective, we see being woke as you know being awake to things that we were
Sleeping.
Yeah.
sleeping to and not seeing. Like, you know, and I'll take one of the biggest ones that we have from a religious perspective. How a lot of people just feel that, you know, why is it that we've shifted from our cultural beliefs over through towards
Religious.
religious beliefs? And why are we now deciding that we are not going to follow on with our cultural beliefs and we are going to carry on with religion which was taught to us after our cultural beliefs and our cultural acts? Now we don't follow and we don't do any of our cultural acts because of the fact that from a religious perspective there's a clash.
But isn't
I
that
have
the
a
same? I
question.
mean, religion clashes with everything in life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, but the fact is that religion wins a lot
Takes
more of the
over.
time,
Why?
especially when you compare it to the cultural beliefs.
100%.
Like from a South African perspective, as a Soto man, you know, this thing of slaughtering a sheep to thank the, you know, you're thanking the ancestors, you know, and a person who is deeply religious. When I say deeply religious,
Yeah.
I'm saying a black person
Yeah.
who previously was a cultural, but now because of church and stuff like that, they believe that no, the only time where blood was shed was for the blood of Jesus, and because of the blood of Jesus, and that was the last time that blood was shed. Therefore, there's no other time or need for blood to be shed to thank the ancestors. You get what I mean?
I hear what you're saying,
And-
and actually, I've got a thing to throw in there for you. Is it not part of, especially, and I'm not trying to upset anybody, please. What you believe in is what you believe in. Where you want to go, spread your faith. Where you want to go, get your faith. Rock on. I feel like it's a lot of these new denominations of the religions, because when I'm brought up old school Catholic, and we grew up learning the Muslim religion, going to madrasa, the whole work. Slaughter is part of the culture within Catholicism too. Within Catholicism, thank you, sorry. Within the Islamic religion, there are different. It's done differently and done at certain times of the year. But slaughter is part of the culture. It's you know, that understanding, that symbolism of blood, giving blood, is an understood culture.
But
where I feel like, you know, the main religions had less combative in that time because it was the main religions. Now that there's all these new denominations of what's going on, you know, these new spreads.
I hear you.
I feel like with what you're saying, that people are now more following the religion, instead of the culture, and leaving the culture behind.
But the fact is that...
Do you not feel like it's more that?
I don't think it's the new denominations. I just feel as though, from a religious perspective completely, if I say I am slaughtering to thank the ancestors, someone who's religious, whether they follow Catholicism or they're Methodist or whatever the case may be, or even the charismatic, churches and stuff, the new age.
Is that a religion?
Yeah, the
Charismatics.
The charismatics are the new age. It's like the Raymers.
New
and stuff.
denomination.
Holy
No,
shit,
like
I thought it was...
Yeah, like the Raymers, the Rivers churches, like all these.
because they
charismatic.
perform and shit.
Yeah, like that performance shit.
is
Yeah,
art.
it's performance
It is.
art.
Okay, what's that guy? KB Cabello.
It is
Performed at fucking Rayma, bro.
No, but-
Still today.
No,
It's
but-
ridiculous.
But wait, hang on. Don't say it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Because it's unfair to say that, because
How
that means that
you-
you're saying that someone's religion and what they believe is
No,
ridiculous.
I'm not talking about the religion. I'm talking about Rayma.
What?
The church. The way they go about things and the way normal churches go about
But
things.
this is not you respecting their religion and how they would
What do
like
you
to
mean?
do
I
things.
am that religion. I'm the same religion as them.
No, but
we
but-
good.
No, you're
But that's-
of a different
no,
denomination.
you're-
What do you mean? Aren't they
Yeah,
Catholic?
no.
No,
they're
they're
not.
not Catholic.
Oh,
They're not.
okay.
See,
Wow.
that's
They
the thing.
charismatism.
No,
No,
I mean,
they
charismatic.
but you see, you can't you can't pick out like trying to make it seem like I was trying to take a shot at them.
No,
I'm not at all.
No, the fact is that the minute you say it's ridiculous.
What do you mean? I have my opinion.
Okay, then change the word.
Hang on.
No, I'm allowed to have my opinion.
You see, but
and
that's-
I've attended one of these places, so
But-
I know what I'm talking
But
about.
that's the thing, though. If they turn around and like,
It's ridiculous.
What
yo,
do you mean?
you guys, what do you call that? The blood of Jesus? That's fucking
No, man,
ridiculous.
no.
But it's the same.
All I
it's the
mean
same
is that
thing,
I
right?
went to Rayma. I stood there where they gave everybody a little shot of wine, and then right afterwards, Cabello comes on and
Yes,
performs,
the vibe.
and then we all leave our little
vibe.
standing where you sit to go to the front. Now we had a concert now,
Yes.
and I'm saying to myself, "Hang on, man.
But then-
did I come here to praise God?
Is this
Did-
what Jesus
what did
wanted?
I?
No, but
what
wait,
did I
hang on,
come
hang
here
on,
for?
hang on.
Did
Because
Jesus die for
everything
this?
is lost.
But then the question being is
Jesus
that,
died for this.
are you
Communion
questioning
wasn't
the
a-
way they praise God?
No, I was questioning myself firstly
Yeah.
for being there. Secondly, I was trying to understand what the hell this is because we're not worshiping God right now. Like this is
because of
Cabello's performing the hits.
Was he performing hits or was he performing songs?
he was doing Cabello songs. I'm
No,
sure.
he wasn't.
I'm sure he was doing
because
Cabello.
I know.
They
I
generally
no,
do.
wait,
They
guys,
generally do
guys,
gospel.
They generally do gospel.
Yeah,
and
but what, you
Cabello
don't think
actually has
Cabello
a
has
lot
a
of
exactly.
He's got a lot of gospel
So
tracks.
then what are you saying?
But then how are you turning around and saying it's ridiculous when he's singing gospel songs?
because at the end of the day, that nigga's still making money off that thing. He's not going there and just doing it for the love of God.
Dude,
Or-
everyone is making money, man.
True, so is-
Everyone's
But
making money.
That's
Everyone.
the whole point. That's the whole
Not
point
just
of
in this
why.
religion.
That's
Okay.
why I'm
Okay.
saying, in my
I know,
opinion,
we're
Rayma
digressing.
Church.
We're
We're digressing.
digressing.
We're having
Okay.
a religious condom.
We're having a
God
yeah.
damn.
So now,
No,
no,
but it
I'm
wasn't
just,
about
I'm just
religion.
saying,
I know
I'm just saying,
this
women.
niggas made it so complicated.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
let's be careful, right?
No.
Or let's be cognizant of the fact that people don't see that as being ridiculous.
Okay, we can
You
try,
know,
but we're not
We
going to.
can. We
How
can.
about that?
But why,
we can,
why am
no,
I not allowed to share my experience and say for me
No.
that was ridiculous?
I didn't say you mustn't share your experience. I'm saying be careful in the way that it's projected and how it comes out. Because at the end of the day, remember how the two polarizing things are politics and religion. And we need to be very careful how that comes out as well. And even how, in the way that you share your thoughts on something and your views, we need to be cognizant of that. Because if I turn around and say, and even in my wording, and I say something about Catholicism and, you know, how ridiculous everything is there,
But
right?
that's your opinion, and that's what you've experienced.
I can share my opinion, but still be respectful of your
100%. I don't think. I
And
was
by saying
disrespectful.
something is ridiculous means that you are reducing it to
Ridicule.
Nah,
to ridicule.
I just think you've now zoomed in so hard
one word.
on what I was
agree.
saying that
Being woke.
you've completely lost the essence of what
Thank
I was
you.
saying.
But that's no. I
It's
hear
cool,
what you're
it's
saying.
cool.
And this is
That's
interesting
cool.
because this is what
This
the
is
woke
what-
situation
This is the woke
is right
situation.
now,
is.
right?
You gotta be
we get
cognizant.
No, but the thing is that for me, the way I view it is that we actually get touched by simple things, very easy things, and like it's like when I say we, I mean black people. Like I've started paying attention to this woke shit. Like I've had to start paying attention to it and going, oh man, oh yeah, we out here being woke. You know, I'm just standing here being black and proud. I'm a black proud man. But the thing is that by doing that, I've spent a lot of time reducing other races.
Yeah. How's that
And it's
going?
been interesting. For example, like last weekend we had a thing for Jack's graduation, and I was talking to Marlon J. Yeah, I was talking to Marlon and Jay, and we were talking about this wokeness.
For those that
And-
do not know, those are our older brothers.
yeah. So Jay was actually saying, yo man, fuck man, as black people, shit happened, like a lot of shit happens to us. Like a lot has happened and a lot continues to happen to us. But there's a lot of fucking shit that we are just super sensitive about and we need to stop that. Marlon then chimes in and he's like, you speaking to the most sensitive black man right now. And I went, yeah, you're fucking right though. Because I have become that black guy. I've become that black person who gets super sensitive and super touched about things that I shouldn't be getting super touched by. Because it's in my mind, I'm woke, dude. You're not. That's the problem, Marlon. You're not woke. You don't understand our
Probably
fucking
is woke.
strife. That's the problem. He
too
is
woke.
Probably
woke.
You
woke.
too woke.
I went left wing with the wokeness,
Exactly.
where I'm willing to put down another race to
Yeah.
show that our race, we need to be there as well.
Yeah.
And that's
You know
not what
I
it's
mean?
about.
No, I think
It shouldn't be.
I think one of the biggest things, and what I'm hearing from this is that being woke, a problem about being woke sometimes, right, is the fact that you end up being the thing that you hate most.
Exactly.
In everyone else.
You become the oppressor.
The anti.
You end
the
up
oppressor.
you end up wanting, and that's the same thing that I hate about, you know, when with the R. Kelly thing, and people say, yeah, but Hugh Hefner has been doing it now because the black man. I'm like, no, guys, don't reduce. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm saying-
sorry. I wasn't
Okay,
disagreeing
yeah.
with you. I was disagreeing with those facts.
I'm like, guys,
Some fucking bullshit.
don't reduce it just because of the fact that you want white privilege to absolve you
Yeah.
from doing something that you were doing wrong.
100%.
You know, just because of the fact that you want the white privilege of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because white privilege meant that these guys got away with a lot of shit, and because of that, now you want. You get what I mean? Like you want to have the
100%.
privilege to be able to do fucky shit
Because white people get to do it.
because white people got to do it. But at the same time, being woke, from my perspective and how I've always carried on and understood, is that in my journey of being woke, of being awakened, right, is understanding that everything that I was taught was not necessarily meant for me.
Right.
Got that.
And does not
Even from a
necessarily apply.
religious perspective as well, there are certain things that are just weren't meant for me as a person or for our for our race.
Yeah.
And that's what I understand, and that's what I've started to understand. And in the more I delve into it, the more I start to see there are certain things that, yeah, man, certain things just sound like. Wait, are you telling me, okay, so we're not supposed to be happy? It's like questions that you ask about religion. How every other races, and this is another thing that I have, the problem that I have with black people, from a religious perspective. You know, black people are the most religious people in the world.
Yes. We started gospel.
We started gospel,
We did.
right?
Slaves.
However,
More than that.
just
Beyond
side
that.
note, however, as black people, we have our own cultural beliefs. We have taken on something that was taught to us and made it our own.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Something that was taught to us or forced
Upon us.
upon us, and we have taken that and we have ran with it.
Now, can I?
You
sorry,
get what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
wait,
that's-
sorry, I just want you to put a bookmark. Don't lose where you're going. I just want to sort of tie this in with the conversation of being woke. Now, this is my whole thing about being woke, right? It's surely about now becoming aware of the things that aren't black and white. When we're growing up and all the information we get, and as we're talking about cultural and religious information, whatever, and that obviously helps shape the people that we become. But, or our belief systems, not really who we become, but more our belief. Now, when we learn these things, it's surely black and white. In your mind, you're thinking it's either this or that. If we're talking about racial inequalities, it's black or white. You know, if we're talking about religious things, it's black or white. Jesus lived or he didn't live. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That type of thing. But being woke is being aware of the rest of all the other variables that were not spoken about. That's what being woke is about. Not being fucking ridiculous. I'm going to use that word again. You know,
Yeah,
I'm going to use that word again.
Using these fucking ass words.
But this time I'm using the word actually to sort of explain what I'm meaning.
Okay.
You know, people just as we're saying, when we're talking about being woke, people sometimes, you know, we can stand around here and have the same conversation about being woke. But another person that may sort of hear a portion of our conversation will go completely left wing with it. You know, they're so awoken, you know, that now they're gonna start talking about other shit. You know, but
okay.
for me, that's where the lines get crossed.
Okay.
So, how
Can I pick up my bookmark?
Yes.
Because he put a
Yes.
bookmark in
Oh
the
yeah,
shit.
sorry, my bad. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
get yours.
Okay, cool. So now, in this journey of being woke or awakening, getting
yeah.
this sense of awakening, now,
I love this.
what has made me hate about being woke is that it's so much work. You always have to be aware of the fact that you are woke.
Yep. And I have to let you know.
It's actually it's funny how
Oh, you're saying that's the irritating.
that's it's funny how me and a buddy of mine, you know, like we talk about it all the time. It's like, dude, being woke is so much work that sometimes I feel like I wish I still believed the lie that I was told. It would have been it'd be easier to live with the lie than doing this woke thing, because being woke means that in everything that you do that. You have to be woke in everything that you do.
Shouldn't you do that
in your
naturally?
conversations. No, but the problem about it is that it's so much work already on its own.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to every word.
You gotta
It's like driving. You got to always look at your blind spots. You
No,
know
but
what
the
I mean?
problem, no, it's not about
like,
being.
it's
It's
like
not about
driving.
checking the blind spots. It's about checking other people's blind spots as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That means that I gotta
Well,
check
that are
you.
gonna affect
no,
you,
but that's
that
the
are
thing.
affecting
That-
you
that- The
directly.
thing is that I gotta check you
Constantly.
constantly. Anything that
But
you
why,
say, I gotta make sure that, yo, man,
But why?
Why?
That
Because
is
I'm
the
woke.
No, but you see,
that's
that's the
problem.
conversation.
That's
Exactly,
exactly
that.
But that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
no,
now.
100%, 100%. We're
The thing is that
disagreeing with you.
it's actually a lot of work. Like, it's funny how if we were talking about it. Like, it's crazy how being woke actually affected, like, for those people who grew up having friends who are white. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
100%. I grew up having white friends. Believe it or not, I'm kidding. I've had so many white friends, and it's crazy how being woke has, number one, pushed a lot away, and number two, has spoiled certain relationships. And there's certain friends that I still have that we can argue about certain things,
Right.
but it's all good. But it's funny how it pushed a lot of people away,
Makes
because
sense.
now in the same breath, why I love also about being woke is that, oh, so you were happy with me when I wasn't making
Yeah,
any
when
noise.
I was an idiot.
When I was
You like me ignorant.
when I had
Yeah.
So when I was
had the
ignorant,
blinds
it
over
was
my
cool.
eyes,
But now that I'm not ignorant no more,
Yeah.
nah,
it's not cool anymore.
it's
Oh,
not
you're
cool. Like,
uncomfortable now.
yeah, now you're uncomfortable now.
I can't come to your house
we
no
can't
more.
have the conversation.
It's one of those.
now.
What? You wouldn't vote for DA? Nah, nigga, I'm not gonna fucking vote for DA. What the fuck you think I'm gonna vote for DA for? But that's the conversation, though. As opposed to, there are certain friends of mine who understand that, look, dude, there's certain things that I'm just not going to do, and there's certain things that he's not going to do.
100%.
I'm not going to try and push him to vote for ANC or for or EFF or for any other,
IFP.
predominantly black parties.
Yeah, no, it's talking about.
Right? I am not going to oppose because of the fact that I understand where he comes from and he understands where I come from. But it's funny how it has spoiled a lot of relationships from a black and white perspective. And I don't know from you guys like around the table, has it spoiled your relationships as well? If you are woke.
Yeah, no, I think we
Has,
all are
has,
woken,
it,
yeah.
has it spoiled your relationships to an extent where there's certain conversations you just can't have with them?
Well,
Or even when,
Yeah.
even when,
I want to go after you guys.
That that's super interesting. That's a super interesting question because like I have my best friend is white. My best friend's
I'm not your best friend?
No, you know you're not. You're one of my best friends. This guy's trying to pull a Barney on you.
Full on Barney.
Full Barney moment. And like we've grown up together we've been together for like 15 years, dog. Like that, yeah, we've had a long relationship. And over the past few years, I've become awakened, which is meant I've started to say things to him. Like, for example, saying to him, you can't use the word nigger. Right? Before, he was using the word nigger and it was chill. Because he was never using he doesn't use the word nigger in a derogatory manner. He's not a racist person. I know this.
But the fact is that you just can't use the
Yes.
fucking word.
Yes. No, but you see, before, I didn't realize that. Then I became awake and then I was like, you can't use this word, man. You can't say this. And I've said this to you already. I said this to you before. I said this on the show. And he said to me, my nigga, I'm going to fucking say the word because this is where I grew up. This is my spot as well. Like, you need to understand that. Like, and I really got that because this nigga grew up with black people. He grew up in this house.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean
It
that
doesn't
because-
know. But the thing is, I understand where he's coming from. I had to take my.
culture.
I had to
Grew up
take
with
my.
the
Yeah,
music.
it's exactly what I was saying in the last few episodes. When I was saying when a white kid has grown up, all he's listened to is hip hop. Are you expecting this nigga to now he's rapping all the words of every song, and you're trying to say every time he gets in the game, he must go and then I'm about to.
It's
No, it's ridiculous. Like
It's
we
like
can't be
Eminem.
hung up on a
it's,
word.
It's
bro.
like Eminem. It's like Eminem. It's
Yeah,
like
but he
Eminem.
just doesn't
Eminem
write
does,
it in.
He does not even try
Yeah,
and
I
say
know,
it
no, but that's
because he
different.
understands.
Nah, he said
global
it.
appeal.
No,
No,
he said it. He did say it once.
Once?
One of his raps when he was coming up, and
and
proof,
it-
checked
and
it.
he- and he got
checked him, and
checked.
proof was
But
like,
look at the
listen,
time.
Yeah.
Look at the time.
No, but the
guys.
fact is,
That's the
no.
We're not living in those times anymore.
The time we understand that I get, but the fact is that there are certain words, that for us as black people,
Isn't that being
right.
too woke?
I don't think it's being too
for me.
woke. I think it's saying that for us as black people, this word has been used in such a derogatory manner towards us for so long.
That
right?
it gives you an excuse.
That,
to
no,
react.
not gives us
That's
an
what it
excuse.
is.
It's
It
been
is.
used
It
to
is.
us for so long, right? That honestly speaking, you should not even try and use that word thinking that it's okay. However, what I'm
Then
saying
we
is
should
no,
not
but
use the
but
word.
remember the reason
No, I
why
understand.
it comes out on us as black people being able to use that word is because we have tried to reduce the hurt
But we
from
haven't.
it when
Clearly we haven't.
when we talk to each other using that word. However, when someone else of a different race, it's funny how I've even said before that the term that people use, and I'm just using the term so that you understand it, not to say that I'm like when like referring to Indian people as a coolie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
fucked up.
that's a
But
derogatory
you don't
term.
hear that. You
No,
don't
but
hear
it's-
Indians saying that to each other.
Yeah.
No, they
Makuli?
do. They-
Nah.
No.
Maybe
no.
they're out there, but I'm saying the majority of Indians do not
I've
say
heard
that
them
shit.
use it, right? However, I've heard them get so offended when other races use it because of the fact that it's a derogatory term. It's just like we going around calling white people redneck. They don't like that word.
Yeah,
For
but
them, it's a derogatory.
Trust me.
But
Trust me. Obviously, if we went around and called, a white person, probably a boer, that would affect them more than a redneck.
But
listen. The
yeah.
point is, why people aren't walking to each other and say, "Hey, what's up, my bro? Hey, what's up, my redneck?" No,
Trailer trash.
Listen. I agree with everything you were saying. Yes, we have tried to dim down the word, but clearly it has not worked because today we are still sitting here and getting touched when people that we love, people that we know, have no hurtful, no malice intended. We're still getting pissed off at those people. So my thing is, sorry, going back to what you originally had asked. I mean, all my friends right now, my guys are all white. And trust me, ever since I got involved in this show, it's made things a little bit iffy. Not with our relationship, with me and how I react, how you
interact.
Because
with them.
yes, I'm not gonna lie, I have
awakened.
Exactly.
You are in the process. You are in the process.
It wasn't necessarily to what they were doing. They've never done anything racist.
But to the way you.
But no, it's little things. It's like picking up on their families. You know, I mean, their families are old. You know what I mean? I mean, they're older generation. So they themselves are not racist, but you hear like some terms come out, not terms, racial terms, but like, yo, like for instance, my hair right now, they'll be like, yo, man, you dip your head in pool water. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
you're like, what the fuck?
Don't do that.
What's wrong with you?
And that's the thing. Like even those coonish ass jokes that they'll tell, you know, towards us as
a token black guy.
And then we're sitting there as a token black guy.
Exactly. And you're just sitting inside you actually like, you know what, you guys are fucking racist pricks. But you know what?
Okay.
Obviously
What time's the Uber coming?
No, exactly. But it's not just say, it's just because you felt a specific way.
Yeah.
You took that in as a racial
100%
thing.
No, but it was.
But I think if you and
But
it could have
it's
been.
been happening.
But you know what? The biggest misconception is that people don't speak. So
Right.
if I had to actually stand up instead of sitting there with my little bum hurt, I should have got myself up and said, boys, what actually are you guys trying to say here? Because I'm feeling
No, because then
I don't like it.
Exactly.
Because then they're gonna try and explain themselves.
No, no, but you know what? You know them. It's different for like another dude off the side of the street and he has to explain himself. You don't know whether that nigga's telling the truth or lying. But your boys or people that are around you, you know them. So if they're gonna now backtrack on what they've said, you don't need to then expand on that. You already know the answer.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It leaves
Hold on,
you.
yes,
It leaves
you
you
said-
for a place to hold you them
You said, go ahead.
accountable, which is why I liked what you said.
And it changes it.
But
Go ahead, listen.
in fact, yeah, you know what? It definitely has affected certain of my friendships. I mean, but I think I tried to approach it in a different way because I also, can I say this? I wasn't aware that my wokeness was happening when it was happening to me. If that makes sense. I was so not aware of what was taking place and why I was so fueled all of a sudden. But all of a sudden I felt itchy inside and I was like, ooh, this is uncomfortable.
That's
And
another
I
about-
don't even know how to have this conversation.
That's another thing about being woke, though. You touched about
Everything.
No, but
everything
hold
touches
on,
us.
Can I just finish?
But anyway, yes,
So
you can
it
say-
happened to me with one of my best friends, and the reality is that
Y'all got a lot of white black best friends.
well,
eh?
the reality is we grew up in Model C
It's a
Model
joke.
C culture. So the fact is, we were the kids that weren't necessarily liked because you didn't speak Zulu, isiZulu, Xhosa, Tswana, whatever. You spoke English or you spoke Portuguese, a foreign language. So you're not black enough. Simple.
And the fact
There's
that,
a simple
the
answer.
fact that you spoke English with a bit of a twang.
Right. So
them-
go
to
hang
them,
out with the white kids
hey.
because you want to be like the white kids.
Yeah. Oh, you want
So,
to? Yes. you
but the
wanna
white
be like
kids
them.
never asked me about how I speak or made it about any of that. They just said, "Do you want to hang out? Do you want to be friends?" And that was it. So thank you, white people. But moving on. I had a situation where literally I was going to like a friend's, like family dinner. You know, invited round for family dinner like usual. And you've got extra family around, grandparents even. And there's some comments going around where, like, and those jokes, exactly what we're talking about. Where you're sitting there and now you don't even know how to be respectful in that person's home. Because there's also a level of, you know, you're in that person's space. You're not in your own space.
Yeah, man, if I gotta call Johnny's mom out, I gotta call Johnny's
No,
mom
no,
out.
no, but
eh?
here's the reality.
Like, Johnny, your mom.
No.
Your mom talking sideways, bro.
Here's the reality.
Yo, Jono.
Here's the
Jono.
reality. Is it my
It's not even Johnny's Jono.
Is it my responsibility to call Jono's mom? I don't hang out with Jono's mom.
Exactly, you can't do
I
that.
hang out with Jono. So I
Call
took
Jono
the
out.
responsibility. I called Jono out. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just said, yo, Jono, I'm just letting you know that if this is the way things are going to be, I would just rather not come to family dinners. Don't include me in family dinners. And guess what? I stopped getting invited to family dinners. And I was okay with that though, because I don't want to have to be in a situation where now both me and you are uncomfortable.
But
the fact is that if I do say something, now I'm actually taking it too far, or I'm disrespecting your home, because the fact is your uncle, your aunt, your they're not my homies. They're not my homies, they're not my peeps. You need to educate your peeps. And I think that's where the responsibility goes. It goes both ways.
But now,
even people that are white people that are friends with black people or Indian people, the respect and the responsibility goes both ways. You need to educate your people.
How important, just to ask you guys, how important do you guys think the movie Get Out was for black people?
To be honest, I haven't watched it there.
You have not watched Get Out.
You need to do that.
Whoa.
You need to do
Spoiler alert.
You need
Okay, number one, you need to go and sit and watch Get Out. And the reason
I've been
why.
trying to force him on that.
And the thing is that,
force it on
and
him.
it's crazy.
Because of my wokeness. See, that's the thing. Because of my wokeness, I was trying to force Jack to watch Get Out, right? Because and the manner in which, and even the, and he can.
And I think even the
attest to
manner
this,
that affected you.
No, but the manner in which I was doing it was Jack. You're a black man, bro. You need to see this as a.
And Jack is not, and because Jack is not at that point of wokeness,
Yeah, I'm trying to
he
think-
sees you on some. Dude, why can't you force me to?
No, you see, the
As a
thing is,
black man, why
am
am I
like,
forced?
no,
No,
you see,
like-
I am as woke as you guys. The difference is that I'm not, for me, honestly, I'm not gonna sit around and
Force the
get
issue.
myself touched over every little word.
Exactly.
I got myself.
I'm
No,
gonna
dude,
do
Then you're not
I've
woke
been-
enough.
What do you mean, dude? I went partying in
That's a joke,
Edenville.
that's a
I went
joke.
partying in Edenville with my little white friends. We were partying, went to a fucking garage, and I had this monster.
Yeah.
Honestly, a 7-foot fucking Afrikaner man stare me down in a BP garage, call me a kafir, a monkey, all of it. Walking towards me, trying to fucking basically get on my shit. There's a black security guard in the fucking thing. You know what he did with his gun? Chill. Read his newspaper, boy. So
Because they're not trying to get involved.
all I have to say, bruh, is that like
Where's your
I've
wokeness?
experienced real racism in my life. I am fucking woke. I understand, but I'm not stupid about shit, and I'm not gonna blame.
But-
white. Listen. I'm not gonna blame white people that are my age and shit for shit they've never even fucking thought of doing.
No doubt. It's
You
not
know
about.
what I
think,
mean?
I think at the
Wait.
same time, it's not about blaming your white
No,
friends.
or
It's
not blaming them,
it's
or I'm not gonna put my hurt.
It's about.
That's not even my hurt.
I think it's about, and that's another thing as well about being woke, is the fact that we are not open enough to explaining why we are so hurt.
Yes.
More often than not,
just
we
fire.
But
react.
tell me,
we
actually,
are
tell me right
reactionary.
now. Why does it hurt you? Why do you feel
I think-
racial?
I think no. Like I think,
You know
like,
what I mean?
and this is for me, and how I've gone through all of this is that what I've understood is that it's not that I blame them for anything, but what I don't like is the fact that they are so oblivious to everything that's happening.
100%.
And that's the thing.
not
Like, you know,
white.
like when we talk about white privilege, right?
Check your white privilege.
The fact is that
That shit.
they will be, to a certain extent, have a lot more privilege to be able to do a lot more things
That we can't
because
do.
of the fact that they got a more of a
There's
leg
chances,
up
yeah.
because
So is-
of the racial imbalances
So is
and
that why
injustices of
Is that why we don't? Is that why we don't speak on? Is that why we don't educate our white
Yes.
friends when we go through some sort of a
Yes.
situation? Because
That's
it's like,
exactly
you
why.
know what? You're not gonna understand it because you're not going
We
through what
think they
I'm
won't
going
understand.
through.
No, but at the
That
same time, no.
happened to us, exactly.
It's,
That
it's,
exact
it's
situation
I think it's
happened to me.
twofold.
Yeah.
It's twofold. Number one, we see how Jack is handling it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but I'm saying that no, man,
it's your
I'm,
choice.
I'm not gonna get touched by it. But the fact that because you're not getting touched by it,
you
you're
wanna
also
die.
you're also not educating.
No.
Listen, wait.
But
Wait.
I never explained the fact that I am
Wait,
educating.
wait. You're not getting touched by it, and at the same time, you're not going out of your way to try and educate to say, dude, the reason with this whole white privilege thing and whatnot is because of this. The reason why black people are thinking this and why black people are there's so much of a pushback is because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like there is male privilege and female, and there isn't any female privilege. The fact is that we already have a leg up because we are male.
Right.
Because of the fact that we're men, we already have a leg up.
100%.
And the problem is that we don't even understand and we don't see it. We don't see it, right? But what I'd ask, and this is me asking all women, just like we want to ask, white people to try and understand, right? And we're asking black people to also try and educate white people. You as women as well, please speak to us and let us see it as well and try and bring it to our, even if we don't see it, and even if we're acting the way. And that's the thing about being woke. Sometimes being too woke.
Problem.
So this is,
That's a problem.
you know what the thing is? This is actually
Too woke.
This is why one of the reasons why I love this show, and I love this show, yes, but the show Blackish. This is why, I think a lot of people should watch Blackish, is because you get to see Anthony Anderson's behavior in the show. He is extremely woke.
Yeah.
Like the last episode, he forced his family to go watch a Rosa Parks film, right? Back of the Bus. He forced them to go watch Back of the Bus instead of going to watch whatever the superhero movie was at the time, right? Because he was like, no, as black people, we need to support.
watch this.
We have to. No matter what, right? And then his family came out and they started butting him on shit. Oh, so we must support black movies. Yes, we have to. So they said, okay, cool. Django Unchained. They start naming all the fucking movies with white directors. Yeah, black cast, black narrative.
Did you support it?
But do we support it? Yes. But he starts to pick out. Then in the show, he picks out. Yes, no, okay, cool. Wait, that wasn't black enough. Oh, yeah, no. And I was like, oh, that's super interesting because this is what we do. The woke people. We choose what we want to be woke, right? And when we want it to be woke. And it's really our determination of it. And it's crazy because I sit and I go, I'm going to go exactly on your story. A 7-foot fucking Afrikaner was giving you the sauce. You were angry.
What did
You
your
were
white friends
hurt.
They were ready to jump for me, but they were also like, dude, this nigga's 7 foot.
What are you going-
You better
Logic.
understand what's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
they were gonna have me.
Logic also
they have my back.
Logic also has to kick in. Am I really going to fight a 7-foot beast of a man?
Dude, they were like, Jack, don't do it. But if you're gonna do it,
We're going to have you.
and
We
then
got
they
you.
fucking swore and they called him a redneck and drove off. They're like, I didn't say shit.
But
We did our part.
no,
We
they
did our-
called him.
No,
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
no.
So they were
They
racist
supported
to him.
him. Yes.
For him being racist to us. Dude, you know
And
what?
that's crazy.
But
Yeah.
that's another
Like
thing as
fighting
well.
racism,
No,
back
no.
to racism.
Exactly.
No,
No,
wait,
that's the problem. Wait. Calm down. Calm down.
No, but before I know what you're gonna say.
What?
You're gonna jump on this whole racism versus racism thing, isn't it?
No. But I actually
Let-
have,
let
I have a
Lucette-
statement.
let
I just
Lucette
was
make-
about to
make
say,
a
like,
point.
you know, when you just brought up this whole point of the extreme wokeness, right? And what we get to decide as wokeness. It's funny, though, because we're doing exactly what all the other races have done to us all our lives, telling us we are not black enough, you're not light enough, you're not dark enough, you're not this enough,
You're not woke enough.
you're not woke enough. Now we're telling that to each other.
Yeah.
And that is scary to me.
You know,
That is so scary to me. Because I feel like it's such a backwards movement.
100%.
You actually are just telling me how I'm not good enough. And what kind of confidence is that breeding really for black people?
You know,
Well,
it's funny.
going
It's funny. It's
forward.
funny. I appreciate what my cousin Tato and my boy Lucky have always been. Like they've always been patient with me, right? You know, in the journey of me having, getting my,
Getting
my
your degree in
my
wokeness.
awakening,
Your
my
awakening.
awakening, and he's always said, "Mpo, the biggest thing and the biggest problem with a lot of people that are woke is that we want to force other black people to be woke right now."
Exactly.
And the biggest thing about that
They
is
even
that
did it
you
to me.
end up driving them further away without
It's Jack.
actually letting them experience it and come
For
out on their
themselves.
own and for themselves and be able to learn and to deal with it. Because he says, if I came at you as hard as half of the guys that half of the black people that are the way that they are, right? It would have taken you even longer. It would take you even longer for you to get to the point where you start to see things. And because of that, it's one of those things where all we can do as black people as well, help get black people to wake up, yes, but we shouldn't be forcing. And one thing I've picked up, like this 1 week where we're chilling with some people, having drinks, and they were having the religion, like it's all black people, but having the religion versus wokeness, and this person's like, yeah, but you know, who's this Jesus of yours? And the problem
I
now,
love that black question.
and
My
the
favorite
problem,
black
and the
question.
problem is that
white Jesus.
oh God! And the problem is that, you know, when you come at black people, and you know how black people in religion are, black people love themselves some white Jesus.
I don't act like they don't. They don't want to act. They
just
want to
said
act.
it.
Yeah, they love them white Jesus.
But
Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Every day, giving them money to white Jesus.
Religion does not
That
teach
white
color,
Jesus man,
guys.
you know that white Jesus man.
Religion does not teach color.
But the fact is, sorry, what I'm trying to, what I was just trying to say is the fact that because he was being so aggressive, this chick never got an opportunity to try and understand what he is trying to put out there.
Right. Because she got so intense.
And in essence, all she was doing was defending white
Fight
Jesus.
back. Yeah, you see?
And I'm sitting there and I'm laughing because I can see, like, it's so crazy for me now that, like, even with all the things that happen with the DA and ANC and all the things that happen now, it's so crazy how I am not as triggered
Before, as you were before.
as I used to be.
Are you true?
Every single thing that happens on Twitter, you know how it is. Every single thing that happens on Twitter, even the kids who got separated in the primary
My
school.
guy.
I am not as triggered anymore.
I wasn't triggered by that.
I see it and I'm thinking, oh, that's fucked up. Oh man, like
there's
somebody needs to do something
there's
about
an
this.
explanation
But
there, isn't there?
but you know, whatever the explanation is, the aesthetics, it just doesn't look good.
but that's
and
what
because
triggers
of the
us.
fact that it doesn't look good,
No.
we are always triggered.
Not
And
the
because
aesthetics.
and
That
I've
is
learned
how it looks. Because
And
the way it
No,
looks.
but that's more than
But wait,
fun. You're,
guys,
you're
guys,
more
hold
than
on.
welcome to get
Can I,
triggered by that.
let me just make this point and I'll
Sorry, man.
give it over to you, Jack. I think the biggest thing about this is that I am not as triggered as I used to be. And I had to learn to not be as triggered because the problem about being triggered is that touch is a move. And that's the problem about being woke as well. Touch is a move. Anything happens,
Gone.
you're there, you're in. And like it's one of the things where we also forget is that our parents grew up under apartheid, right? And under segregation. And you have to remember something. This brainwashing is real. To an extent where you see it on a daily basis. Even the most woke person from time to time also has that issue where in which if a white guy walks past you, you're like when you're walking at night, if a white guy walks past you, it ain't no thing. But when a black guy is approaching you, you're a little bit more like because of brainwashing. We're made
been
to think
taught.
that as white people
trustworthy.
they're trustworthy. Black people don't trust them. And that's the biggest thing about being woke now, is the fact that we are so triggered about every single thing.
Trust nobody.
That we even make the same mistakes as well. What I've learned is, guys, we need to be woke,
Dumb it down.
but not be triggered by everything. Because the minute you are not triggered by everything, you are able to make a decision
You know, it's-
based on you actually thinking it through.
But you
What's super
personally
crazy,
Jack-
and what you morally believe in,
Remember,
not
Jack-
what the
I just wanted to say something
general.
quickly and then you can go.
Jack,
No, I just wanted to say this because this is a very interesting thing for me. I don't even know if Jack realizes, but Jack's gonna speak afterwards. I started forcing black shows on Jack, and really like, nigga, you know what? This is, support us, you know. Funny, I was living with Lou, so yeah, she kind of had to because that's what I was watching. So when we're sitting together, this is what we were gonna watch. Blackish.
The
we're gonna watch
reality, though, that
Greenish,
was
we're gonna
also
watch
the
the black
direction
shit.
of what I was feeling, what
Where
was
she's
going on
going.
in my life. It was the time of my awakening.
It needs to be able to happen
So
for you
yeah.
without it being forced upon
Exactly.
you.
It was
Then
very natural.
I start forcing it on him. No, I start forcing because this is my guy.
And that's the wrong way for us to do it.
You my guy, my guy.
So you must be on the same
you.
page.
You can't not be on the same. You my guy. I hang out with you all the time. If me and you are
I used to
pushing
do
a
that to my
different,
little sister as
if-
well,
if we
dude.
pushing a different
He did it to
narrative
me.
when
I
we
used, to,
out.
I used to force it on
It's
my little
fucking
sister,
crazy.
and I could see why there was so much resistance.
Jack started watching Black Lightning, and I watched Black Lightning. I was like, yo, this is a trash.
But he loves it.
No, I don't love
He
it.
doesn't.
It's shit.
You stop
I
watching
watched-
it.
I
did
watched
you
one
stop?
season,
It's a
man.
trash show. It's a black
Wait, what's Black
superhero
Lightning?
that should not have been a black superhero.
I even asked,
But
like,
you know
where
what?
does this guy come
You know what?
in?
You know what we did as black people? Yeah, we love it. We love it. We're so woke that we love the things that we know the shit.
That shit was nonsense.
No Musi is
The
the
best rapper ever.
no Musi. It was a Brenda Fassie of our time.
Shout out to Slicker on life.
Guys,
Slicker's my guy. Slicker, you my guy. Slicker.
But anyway, guys,
I
wait,
just don't
Jack had
understand,
something to
like,
say.
Honestly, everything you guys are saying, I don't disagree with. Let me just put that out there. But one thing that I really have a problem with is why woke has a fucking skin color. It's woke is
No,
not.
woke doesn't have a skin color.
But it does because
no.
white.
No,
No,
it
from
doesn't.
everything
The
that
definition.
No.
You know, when
But,
we watch
okay,
the show,
well,
when we watch the show back, one thing for me that's going to stand out is the fact that when a black person's woke, then all of a sudden it's these things that are the problem. Guys, it's not about that. Like, being woke is about being aware to the shit that is happening. So this is for all of us. And the problem is there isn't a big demographic of the other races that are getting woke. And
You haven't
that's our
included them?
fault. Because because we the ones who are woke, right? We woke, and then we want to complain to you about how not woke you are.
No, so
And
we're telling, are we not including them
no,
in it?
we're segregating ourselves yet again, and we've done it ourselves just here. And for me, it's unsettling because how do we move?
We've done it here on the show.
Yeah, I feel so. I'm not saying that we done it in a bad way. I'm just saying this is a natural thing for black
Do you
people
think
to do.
how have we segregated? So
Because sorry, like if you're giving me my moment 2 minutes ago when the shit was said. Sorry, I'm that guy. I'm the momentous guy. Like, you can't let me sit with my thoughts because then I think about other shit. So in the moment, I sort of had to share my thing. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say, I'm not taking a shot at any of you guys. I understand everything that you guys are saying, and I also agree with what you guys are saying. But where I disagree with you guys is just at the simple thing that, okay, you guys say, yeah, we must educate our white friends and our Indian friends and our colored friends. But have you guys actively tried to do that? And I'm saying when I say that, I mean an awakening. As you guys have you just admitted, when you were trying to do that to me, it was very forceful. Now, and I'm black. Okay? Understand now. If you're doing that same thing to a white guy, what are you going to do? You're going to push him into a corner.
Yep.
Or an Indian guy, whatever. Obviously, it's easier with the other demographics. So I'm going to focus on the white people right now. I mean, with my friends, those guys are woke. They are woke. But the problem is, they're also extremely blinded. So they woke in the sense that they know there's so much inequality happening. But around them, they're like, nah, I don't see it though. So the blinders are there. They're not really seeing, what everybody else is being awoken to. So it then becomes our responsibility to go there and not actually go there. I mean, let's just actually think about that Fees Must Fall campaign. That's where I actually started going like, whoa. Because I was for the thing. I was like, you know what? Great. But also I had a mind for myself and said, okay, we living in South Africa, people. You guys want free education. We're struggling as our economy is struggling. How can you want free education when our economy is fucking in the dirt?
can I answer that?
No, you can't.
Can I answer that?
Let the man speak. You got fetch. No, you got fetch.
I wanna fetch him.
My
No,
whole
you got
thing is,
fetch.
it's not even about, for me, it's not even about the campaign. I was just explaining that. My whole thing is what happened around the campaign.
Right.
Because the campaign itself could have succeeded. It could have. But what did it become? A race war.
Yes.
That's
No,
what
it
it
became-
became. It did, dude. I was one. Dog,
Guys,
listen, let me
guys,
finish.
Let him
Dog,
finish
let me
his
finish.
point.
Okay,
No,
let him yeah. Okay.
I
No, go
was
ahead,
at
go ahead.
my
You said
friend's
I
house
must let
where
him
his
finish.
brother
go
was
ahead.
studying at Wits, right? Where these guys are not even allowed to write their exams, right? Because people come in and they fucking throw your shits and they cause problems.
Yes.
So, dude, this guy literally recorded what happened in his class, right? Cool. Homies are sitting. Now, obviously, now you can see. And I'm not saying anything to do with the little demographic, okay? I'm not getting involved with the demographic. But what I am saying is that there's 4 white kids that are sitting there at their desk, not giving a shit about what's happening.
Yeah,
These
because
kids
the
are
fees are paid.
No, they are trying to progress with their lives. And you see, this is the thing. Like, you see, other people that are watching the show will also have that
same opinion.
because
Oh, yeah.
they themselves have not realized how
Right.
fucked up it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you trying to tell me that I haven't realized how fucked up it is?
Well, I
No,
don't
nigga,
know. You're
tell
not
me.
seeing it. You're not
You
seeing
will
it.
not come here.
Shut up. Let the
Anyways,
man
Tell
speak.
me.
The big thing that I saw is not even about what happened in the classroom. What happened in the classroom was quite fucked up, but it's not even about that. In the hall, homies are walking. This one black chick, bro, she got this white guy, and now there's homies have created a circle around them, right? And these two are now arguing among each other. The white guy is literally trying to say, yo, I'm just here to write my exam. I do not want to get involved in this shit. My problem is, every time I sit down and I'm trying to do my thing, You are he happens to say you guys. But
Ah,
either way,
you fucked up there.
Well, is he wrong for saying he's not saying black people.
Listen,
He's,
I'm talking
he's
to
saying
you.
all you
No,
guys,
no.
people that are protesting
At me
are
right
coming
now.
and you're picking up my fucking exam paper, you're throwing it in the air, you actually invading my space,
In
you're
a
disrespecting
polarizing
me, and this chick's like,
environment.
you white people, and she's getting in his face
Yes.
for being white.
Yes.
This is a 18, 21-year-old child.
Yes.
He has never hurt, you know what I mean? He never
Must
fucking
fetch
did
them.
anything himself.
Let's fetch them.
All he's trying to do is progress his life. Yes, he's gotten the footstep in life. Yeah, whatever. But those people are also there. You're also in the same university.
Participate.
I didn't get the chance to go to Wits.
Put some skin in the game.
You there.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you standing there and complaining? You can complain, but you can't make it about race.
Okay.
Being woke
I think
and
I
being
agree.
a racist are not, you can't
Okay,
use that
I
as
think-
an excuse.
I think-
you cannot use that.
that's
as an
that's a good point that you're making then. And
Nah, you
no,
got-
he didn't get me. I'm gonna fetch him.
No, you don't have to.
No, but I'm gonna fetch him. Why
Why?
can't I?
No,
Why can't I
fetch me.
fetch him?
No,
Because
because
that's
we have
balls.
No, you see,
but let me
that's-
fetch him. I just want to fetch him just a little bit. Okay, let me fetch him for like 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna speak properly after that.
Okay, you have 30 seconds. 30 seconds, go.
How dare you?
That's how you're gonna fetch it? Really?
No, but
He's
I
gonna
think,
get black
I think
woke?
I think it's the tough part about this, and it's interesting that you say this because I've had this conversation as well with my colleagues, right? I've had this conversation with my colleagues, and at that stage I was doing my degree, my other degree at Northwest.
My other degree.
Yes, I got a floss.
My other degree.
Unnecessary flex.
The wokeness.
Unnecessary flex.
Super woke.
My nigga. So studying, right? You understand that we are excluded quite significantly because of the fact that we don't have that leg up, and because of the fact that we don't have that leg up that a lot of, unfortunately, our white counterparts have had because of the fact that their parents would have had more money, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? We're able to plan sufficiently because of the fact that they have better paying jobs, and because they have better paying jobs, they were able to prepare their children to pay for their varsity fees and what paid. No, dude, my fees were paid by me. I had to pay them myself, and I had to save up, and it was unfortunate. Well, the second time my second degree.
Yeah, the first time it was paid for.
The first time, my parents had to pay for it.
Yes.
But
You were just
however,
bringing
no,
up
but
that-
however,
You needed to clarify.
however, I could see the strain you see.
Yeah.
And it's really, and it's rough, and
Trust me, I just went through
wait, and at the same time, because of the fact that they don't understand, right? Why you guys fighting, man? You know, I mean, like, it's just fees. I mean, your parents could just fucking pay.
No.
And no.
Those people are
I'm telling you, no. There are people
those
who
stupid-
think like that. Just
Yeah,
like
those
how you
people
were
are
telling me.
fucked up.
Just
That's
like how
what
you
I'm
were telling me. No, there's people saying, nah, boy, you see how you're reacting
There are
now.
white families
But
that
dude,
struggle
I'm
to
agreeing
send
with
their
you.
No,
kids to
Those people
university.
are fucked up.
No doubt. I'm not saying
No,
they
they're
aren't.
wrong. No, yeah.
Exactly.
They're wrong to speak the way
Those
they
people
speak.
who spoke
But
that
not
way
all-
are
not
wrong.
everyone-
Are
is
wrong.
like that.
But now that's the thing, though. There are so many people that think that way already. And so, but why are you guys fighting? If you can't pay for the fees, then just don't come to the university. And it's like, no, but you can't make statements like that because then it's being exclusionary.
obviously.
And because you're being so exclusionary, that means that majority of black people will obviously not have the money to pay for varsity.
Yeah.
And
I'm just trying to figure out how he's fetching me.
No, I'm not fetching. No, I was being a
agreed.
dick about it.
Agreed.
I was being a dick about it, but I wanted to.
No,
what
I
I wanted
agree
to
with
do
that.
is to
I agree
show
with that.
you. All I wanted to do was to show you that, dude, it's not as cut and dry as that. And at the same time, like, dude, when I was having this argument, they're like, no, but the government can't. Government can't do this. No, government actually can. And the reason why students were fighting, it's not the fact that we are in a struggling economy, because remember, I study economics and I understand these things. The biggest problem that is coming from it is wasteful expenditure.
Right.
There is money. There's money in the government coffers that can actually be used
100%.
towards
things.
free education for
But
all.
where's that
not
money?
no, wait,
It's in Kandla.
guys.
Wait a second,
guys,
can I say-
no, let's not make those jokes.
With you,
Let's not make
I'm with you, but also,
man.
And I'm with you.
Don't disrespect our ex-president. Nah.
Yeah, don't never.
Come on.
Don't
disrespect Jay-Z. That's our guy.
Jay-Z. That's our guy.
Not my guy.
That's our guy. We miss him.
Yeah.
You miss him.
There's your
Be honest.
people
Don't you
for
miss
money.
him?
Don't you
It's
miss
with
him?
your guy.
You see,
It's
you don't
with
miss
your-
Jay-Z.
it's with your
It's
guy.
because of all your white friends. That's why you see it seems like
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? How can he make
no,
the
but
point he
wait,
make, but then he can't.
wait, hang on. Like,
Wait,
let's-
wait. I just wanted to ask. Was it not the wrong people that were put up in terms of the Fees Must Fall protest that took the Fees Must Fall protest left.
Obviously,
I
but
don't
that's
think.
what
No,
happens
I don't
in
even
every
think. I don't even
protest.
think that's happened. I think in every protest and in every mass protest,
100%.
there will be certain individuals
That go.
that will be more
Extreme.
extreme.
No, but they didn't-
Not to say they're the ones who took it that way.
No, but
There will
students
be.
in,
You will
students
have
in Germany
extremists.
students in Germany did the exact same thing.
Exactly.
That's what we duplicated.
And
They
the
never
biggest
got
thing is
violent.
that, but that's the thing though. The only reason why it got violent was pushback from the police.
Nah.
No.
Violence-
Dude, like,
What,
listen,
they-
let me tell you
they
something.
damaged the fucking
Let
library.
me tell you something.
or-
Let me tell you something.
they
dude.
burned the library?
Let me tell you something, guys. Okay, those ones fucked up. But I'm saying when it
What
got
happened?
listen, wait. I'm saying when it got violent, when it initially got violent, was because of the fact that the
reaction
police.
from the police. No,
And
100%.
ever since then,
100%.
and ever
got
since
worse.
then, it got worse and worse and
Right.
worse.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
then
mean?
You see the store break-ins at Bram. What did that have to
And
do
then-
with anything?
But the
Exactly.
fact,
Then,
like,
but then
dude,
your whole protest, you
But,
lost
but
that.
then,
You're
but that's the
losing
thing.
whole point.
But that's the thing. It's not to say all of them are. There are people like a vast majority.
I
Guys,
agree with you.
wait,
I
guys,
agree
can I
with you.
please speak?
Let me speak.
Can I
with you,
please
my
speak?
man.
I'm
No,
not
you
going to
can.
speak. No.
You can. I just want to get these two ladies' names that the main people of the Fees
You
Must
know,
Fall.
and the biggest thing is that a large majority, and the reason why I'm saying a large majority of the people who were protesting were non-violent protesters. Nah. It's because of the fact that I was there and I went out to go and see certain things, and even to an extent where I started to join the protest, only because of the fact that I understood that they were fighting something that is really serious and this is something that we really need in South Africa. It's something that we need, and it's something that whether it's a governing party, has gone wrong on. The fact
100%.
is, free education is something that can happen. It's not to say that we have a struggling economy. The problem that we have is wasteful expenditure. The problem that we have is we don't have political will, and that's where it's coming. That's all I wanted to say. That
And
not to
I
say
agree-
that, not to
I
say anything
agree
about
with
being
you.
woke and whatnot.
No,
Only
I agree with you, my nigga. I agree.
no, you don't.
See, I do though.
No, you
And
don't.
see,
Then why
that's
did you bring it
unfair.
up in the first place?
Because it's still you have not understood what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You don't.
No, I
Because
do.
Otherwise, you would also agree with.
No, I understand what
You
you're
know
saying, but I
There's
don't agree.
only one side to yours.
No,
it's the
I
black
can-
side.
I can
That's it.
understand- no,
Black
I can
side.
under- no,
you
it's not the
see
black side.
Two colors.
No.
Black and white, and black is the one you're choosing. And
No,
that's
I'm
all
not
right,
saying
bruh.
two
That's
colors
all right.
and black is the one I'm choosing. I am speaking from a perspective as a black man of what we see in the world.
And what am I speaking
Wait,
from?
hang on. But you were telling me already how I'm saying to choose two colors and only one color is the one that I'm choosing.
What
I'm
does
not
that have
saying
to do
you
with
that.
what-
No, but that's what you're saying. And
No,
I'm speaking
because-
about
I'm
me.
sorry,
You
when
see
I-
now
when
he's
I-
already
when I-
telling
when I
me.
said
You see,
that-
now we're not even talking now.
No, when I-
now we are
we
arguing
are.
now.
Okay,
No,
this is
now
a-
we are arguing
so now we're going back and forth.
We're back and you see,
It's a
and now I
circle.
can't
It's
even make what I
pointless.
want to do, like the point that I'm trying to make.
What?
The
30
point that I'm.
seconds.
30 seconds.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds to make your point.
And go. Okay, so what I'm just trying to put out there, honestly, Jack, like I think it's very important that we have these conversations, and I think it's even more important that we keep having these conversations as black people. And for me, being an older guy, speaking to you as the youth, now, I see certain things that I feel as though maybe it's not to say you're wrong. Maybe you have a different view to certain things. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, what's important is for dialogue between the two of us.
Yeah.
The dialogue is important.
100%.
The problem is that the dialogue is not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Because wait, what?
What? I'm
He's
agreeing
agreeing
with
that
you.
there's no dialogue.
Whenever I agree
You
with
don't
him,
like
he's
that.
like, yo, what?
Yeah, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like you to agree with
Let me
him.
finish.
He wants you to
Let me
always-
finish.
always
No,
be
let me
against
finish
it.
and then you can agree
Yeah,
with
he
me.
does.
Let me finish and then you can agree. Youngins.
He's going to forget. You know he's going to forget that she's going to agree with you.
No, I'm kidding, man. But all I'm trying to say is that
the
the
meme.
dialogue is really, really important, because the thing is that what's woke to me is not woke to you, even though both of us are woke. That's the problem about the fact that we are so woke. We are so woke that we are reactionary and we're triggered by every single thing. Like for me, just to show you this one.
That's the problem.
Just to show you this one. You are already triggered by this thing. Nah.
Not triggered.
No, you were.
I feel like you're not trying to understand me. I feel like
Bro.
it's your side or the highway.
Bro, let me finish.
Okay.
Your 30 seconds is up.
You see, because I keep getting
Yeah,
interrupted.
it's done, sorry.
I'm just
I'm cutting
no,
you
quick
off.
on. I'm finishing off.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is that on both our sides, we're triggered, because I'm triggered on my side, thinking this young man with all these white friends does not understand our plight.
Got you.
And because of that, even though I think I'm
woke trigger.
understanding,
Yeah.
the woke trigger happens. And on his side,
And you
he
black-
feels as though, no, you don't understand me
Yeah.
because you're so fucking triggered that you don't. Now you are triggered by me being triggered as well.
100%.
And the
Yeah,
problem,
you
and the
actually
problem
embody
is
that.
that, and the
That
problem
is
is that
exactly what
us
it is.
being so goddamn Black China.
At least once per episode.
And that's the problem about being like that's all I was trying to do to bring it back to this is that the fact that
Double trigger.
we are both
would say
fucking
the
triggered,
same fucking
and
thing.
that this and that's why this being woke.
That's a great way to end this.
It needs us to
I say,
Logic.
tone it
breathe.
down.
We need to breathe and not be as triggered as we are, because we are really triggered about everything. Everything.
You know what I think the biggest problem is I think we're so worried about looking at the general moral compass that we forget to actually look at our own moral compass. Because the fact is we all have different experiences, different lives, different friends, different everything. And instead of encompassing what means to us around our world, no, we look at it as in general world.
So we fuck up our
and
values
then
for
what
something
we
else.
thank you. So we end up fucking up our own home, our own happy place, instead of actually giving more respect and more knowledge and more time and patience to our own world. And I think that's where we go wrong, because we're so worried about the outside image. What are we painting? Oh my God.
How would other black people
Thank
view what I'm
you.
doing?
It's a huge black clash, and that's why I say,
Black clash.
for me, no, literally, it's a huge black clash. And the reality
It's a
is,
black
for me,
clash?
that is why I get angry with the
dropping
woke
bars today.
movement, because you are being racist towards yourself. And you don't even realize it.
Which is the problem. Which is exactly the problem.
Nah,
that,
your 30 seconds is up.
Jack.
Your
The
30
reason
seconds
why
been
I
up.
was going back and
My
forth.
guy,
with
your
you
30
was-
seconds
No,
been up.
I know. But the reason why I was being back and forth with you like that, more than anything, is to illustrate how
we at?
where we at as a society, as black people. The fact that I feel as though you're not woke enough in my eyes, and because you're not woke enough in my eyes, therefore that means that you are not seeing my picture. But at the same time, it's like then I start judging you from because you have white friends, because you peroxided your hair.
How could you know
Now
about what our
I'm
plight
breaking
is?
down these things and
you
not
see,
fully
that's the
and not
problem.
even giving
Yes.
you a chance for you to actually. But at the same time,
That's
you're
what I
looking
was
at me
saying.
on some.
No,
Look at
dude.
this nigga. This
No.
nigga thinks he's super black.
No, that is not what
No,
I'm saying.
I know you're not
I'm
saying
just saying,
that.
nigga, you be you, but you also need to understand there's
Much more happening
Yeah.
than just your opinion. It's not
Yes.
black
We
and
hear
white.
that.
No,
We
we
hear
know
that
that.
is what I started
Hear
with.
that.
We
No, you
meaning
remember when you said that? No,
The
no,
super
when
black powers.
there's two. When you only see it as black and white,
Yeah, but
and
you
you're
got
choosing black.
Yeah,
no,
but you got caught up in those words.
no,
You still haven't even understood what they meant.
Bro, I understand it exactly. What I'm showing you is that there are things because of this.
That are preventing the dialogue.
It's
from taking
preventing the
place.
dialogue. We are talking at each other, and we're not talking to each other. We're talking at each other. And
it's-
that's the problem about
Crazy
us
thing
people.
is that it's dope points that get missed. Really amazing points. And like, for example, this conversation was that really amazing points that. And I hope you fucking guys pay attention to all the points that were made. Lou's out here fucking rapping like Jay-Z, saying fucking amazing things.
Not rapping like Jay-Z.
Like,
Rapping like Missy Elliott.
okay, like
Yeah,
Missy Elliott.
we're not gonna glorify drug dealers here.
We're not going back there.
still
We're not
are.
going there.
We're not going there.
Alright, cool. Wokeness. Guys, figure out your wokeness.
Figure
man.
out your wokeness. And you know what? Be woke within yourself. Like, do not press your shit on other people.